And this is very important about ethnicities and races of people, different ethnicities, different religions, different history, different facts, and different facts of DNA. These government people claim, these satellite controllers tried to claim they were in the health department. They've tried to claim that they were from every branch of everywhere. Some of them might have been. There's over 1,000 plus satellites up in orbit. Everybody knows that. So you know they're beaming down on a lot of people in America probably. But, you know, in reference to the information, these people tried to call me diabetic. Never been diabetic. Hypoglycemic, which means I need sugars. This has already been mentioned before. And that satellite controller tried to communicate calling me diabetic just a little while ago. It is factually known that I am not diabetic. It is factually known that I need sugar. Sugar does not rot my teeth. Sugar does not cause my body any problems at all. My father was over 9 feet tall, and even taller in some acknowledgments. My grandfather was over 12 or 13 feet tall back in the 40s. Don't fucking play stupid, man. It's on record. And the White House knows it. The Treasury knows it. The Supreme Court knows it. The History Museum knows it. So in reference to the information, and you know, there are people that are real tall. There's some people that are even taller than that. And, you know, somebody's tried to communicate that Henry VIII is possibly 100 feet tall. I don't know if he's that tall, but, or 200 feet tall. I'm not sure. But, you know, there are some really tall people. I'm not quite sure if he's that tall, though. But anyways, in reference to the information, somebody said that there was some 50-foot tall man that tried to murder me before, or some giant man that tried to murder me before. Does anybody have any video of that or any record of that? This one of these giant men that tried to murder me before. Not in reference to Henry VIII. He's like a relative, I guess. I guess I'm like a relative of Henry VIII or something. Somebody would have that on record. I don't know. I don't have any records of it here, so most people know in reference to European history and French history and Italian history and American history and European history in America, you know, the original 13 colonies of England, you know, France and Italy, and the days of England, or, you know, original colonies of America. Very important. But, you know, in reference to international history, many things of importance. But, you know, in reference to these people, they have to get charged for diagnosis murder. These people thought they would try to call me diabetic. And then they fucked up my teeth, too. My DNA is very well documented. It's one of the most documented DNAs in the country. And my father spent over $500 million back in the day or something. Even built some genetic offices in reference to doing specific DNA testing for my protection against medical people that would try to murder me, against government that would try to murder me, against anybody that would try to accusate anything against my DNA or my health. And all those people that slandered my character, all those people that made up health disorders, must get ordered into court. They have the record. My father even owned geneticist offices in America. So in reference to every medical professional that slandered my intellect, or slandered my teeth, or slandered my bones, or slandered my skin, or slandered my hair, or my anatomy, they have to get ordered into court. They're burning my teeth right here now. That is physical assault. If the president or the government does not realize that that is physical assault, they must be prosecuted for treason. You have allowed government people to burn people, to try to deteriorate a person's identity, a person's life, a person's health, and you must get put on trial for prosecution. You do not have a right allowing satellite controllers to be burning me, but you have allowed it. And the laws of Elliot Ness say you have to get put on trial. If you are in upper levels of government and you've allowed this activity, you are responsible. And you can be prosecuted for the crimes of these satellite controllers. You are a person in government. You are a person in high-level government. And if you are making up lies or accusations, you are accountable for your lies. You are accountable for your position. You can't candy coat your lies. You can't say, oh, you didn't know this, you didn't know that. There's a lot of people that are highly paid in government that know a lot of information. The Treasury knows that too, because the Treasury's paying their wages under your administrations, whoever some of you people are, and they've paid your wages under previous administrations. But this teeth damage started during Barack Obama's administration, when Barack Obama was getting into office at the end of Bush's administration. Didn't have this kind of teeth damage before. And don't forget, I have a very long lifespan. And my mother and father had long lifespans. Asia has even had I don't know if they had a press conference or something, that they mentioned that I had a very long lifespan, which they know that. And so did England and France and Italy. So in reference to these Germans, or these Middle Eastern Germans, injuring me or slandering my lifespan or damaging the lifespan of my teeth, those people need to get prosecuted. They know the nutrition of what I eat. They know what foods that I eat would never cause damage to my teeth. Cigarette smoke wouldn't cause damage to my teeth either. They know that for a fact. These government people must get prosecuted for diagnosis murder, and for their toying with my life with their satellites, like they're trying to play robot games, or they're trying to play puppet games. I was on TV shows that had puppets. I was on the Howdy Doody show too. And I knew Jim Henson. Jim Henson's son even knows me. He even saw me in California at Le Petit Four restaurant. Jim Henson's son even came in there and was talking to me. And he knew who I am, and I knew who he was, Some people might show up, and I'm not sure, in the past, like it'd been a long time since I'd seen certain people, or some people was little back then when I was little and hadn't seen them for 10 or 20 or whatever years. So in reference to certain celebrities or entertainers or children of other celebrity families, don't hold it against me if you show up and I haven't seen you in a long time and I'm like, okay, are you the real person? Are you the real who you are? Because these government people have tried to impersonate celebrities and relatives of celebrities. Some of these government people have. So, I don't know. But hello, Jim Henson's son. How you doing? And hello, Muppets. And, I was on TV shows with the Muppets. Hello, Sesame Street and Electric Company. How you doing? And stars and celebrities that was on those shows. And hello, Mickey Mouse Club. Lots of things of importance. And, somebody tried to say that the NSA was trying to steal the phone companies. That's treason. That's illegal violation of the governance of phone companies. If the CIA or FBI or NSA was trying to steal the phone companies, they don't own the phone companies. They would never be the owner of any phone companies, and that would be treason. The phone companies are separate entities from government. The government does not have a right playing communism of torturing people. You might want to see, I'm not sure if I'm the owner of any phone companies or not. You need to check that information. But the satellite controller terrorizing my life, or the government trying to play communist games or socialism games or slanderous games, those people need to get put on trial for violating my rights. I don't go out very much. I don't do very much in reference to, I do some things. I work, but I'm supposed to be at my mother and father's mansions. I'm supposed to be living off my trust funds. I'm supposed to be living off revenues of the companies because I'm the real owner. Now, of course, in reference to corporate law and people slandering my position of who I am because they claim that they're working on jobs or they're doing this. Well, I'm the owner. And people trying to slander my character because I'm the son of my father and mother and my parents owned the companies. There's a lot of people that do a lot of bragging, and bragging rights are very important. But it seems like everybody else's family in business or in the media, a lot of their families have talked themselves up, and there's certain positions of understanding that's for advertising and particular points of importance. But some people have excluded the fact of who I am. And that's a problem for basic facts of corporate ownership. The fact that people have not acknowledged who I am, and people have tried to put me at the bottom or tried to make me look like the outcast when I'm the owner of the companies of my mother and father and grandparents. And that's not fair. These executives or other people talk about how they're trying to make their families seem like prominent families. And there is a certain position of importance. But who I am is important too. They're doing hiccups. And So in reference to people trying to exclude the facts of who I am is a violation of corporate understanding, and celebrities and entertainers and executives in the boardroom is supposed to acknowledge who I am because I'm the real owner of companies. They do not have a right disrespecting my ownership. Nothing's ever for sale. I'm the owner of the companies forever. Somebody thought, oh, they thought they'd force you out and try to buy your companies. Can't sell nothing. My family created companies from the ground up, man. They created companies from the beginning, and they bought other companies. But the parent company of my mother and father's company still is the parent company of the companies. And I'm the owner. So if my mother or father bought, back in the day, if they bought another company, it was not larger than the companies of my mother and father's parent companies. They were subsidiary companies. And I own the parent company. I'm the single owner of the parent company. Of my mother's companies, I'm the single owner of my father's parent companies. So in reference to, and my grandparents. So in reference to anybody making up lies or tricks or manipulations, and there are people trying to act like bigwigs, but then they're trying to make me look like a nobody, that's a violation of corporate title. That's a violation of corporate position. It's a violation of the facts of ownership. And there has to be court cases about that too.